Could you give us some of your political beliefs?
Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit. Filth are my politics. Filth is my life. Take whatever you like.
Do you sit in gum over there?
I sat on my ball. Ow.
Uh-oh. Guys, Rory sat in gum.
It's a bad way to start.
Yeah, it's not a good omen.
Oh,
but I did tell you.
I'm okay until that, like, stomach ache comes.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, at some point.
Like, oh, did I eat vitamins on an empty stomach? Nope.
No.
Testicular torsion.
Sat on a ball.
Ball torture.
Forgot about it. As it crept up your... Anyways, what's new with you?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you ever fart and it travels up your balls in such a way that it's like a little mouse is scooting across them?
I mean, especially in water. You almost do that on purpose. You angle it right. I know where that air, it's got to go up through there somehow.
Yeah, you create like a perfect seal and then just launch it.
Well, I was that weird kid who like would jump into the water to make sure that his pants would get filled with a bunch.
Oh, that's super fun.
Poof, and it would just launch the air up. But then you had to do it like you couldn't do it at a certain age, or you're opening yourself up to merciless abuse.
Correct.
He crapped himself.
I saw his penis.
You're gay.
It ain't nothing to write home about.
Everyone's gay but me. That fun age. Yeah. It's not right home about.
Can you imagine a 14-year-old says that about another kid's penis to try to bully
him?
him?
In the pool.
Let me tell you something, brother. Your penis is nothing to write home about.
It's cold out. Why are you looking at my penis?
Dude, you're 14. Go be on TikTok or something. Well, speaking of TikTok, I did come up with some structure for this episode, at least to get us started.
Wow.
People have been crying out for bits. They want the bits.
For bits?
They're like, hey, we know Mike Myers hurt you. You showed us on the doll where Mike Myers hurt you.
We might have talked about it a little bit.
It was right in our heart chakra.
Last episode.
We might have gotten a little fired up about it.
Listen, I love his old work, and I just want to see him do well, and he just spites me so much.
I want to put him in jail so he can't do this again.
Someone's got to stop him.
You know my position.
I just want to see him play 1, maybe 2 roles, but I feel like he's like 4 roles. And you're like, nope, Mike, can't use you. Can't use you in this one then.
We told you not to bring it up, buddy.
I got to play a skinny guy. I got to play a fat guy. And one of them's got to be Scottish. No, Mike, no.
Sorry, Mike, we talked about this. You're done. Bring in Eddie Murphy. He'll probably commit to 1 character.
And then it's a wonderful movie.
Oh, dude, I have a pretty great Eddie Murphy impression, and I just can't do it anymore in public, which sucks, dude. It's the best impression I do because I love Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's great.
And I just can't do it. It's the forbidden impression.
Go ahead.
You know I'd love to. Because I love Eddie Murphy, dude. And you watch his stand-up as much as I did, it becomes part of your DNA.
Sure.
You're just doing the voice.
Well, and you can't really do Eddie Murphy's humor without doing, like, the cadence of it.
For sure. Yep.
So, yeah.
Cadence, and you would have to bleep out a lot of words.
Yeah. Well, not us, but other people would.
Yes.
So that's fun. You saying something about structure?
No, let's talk more about accents that I'm good at and can't do. No, let's not do that.
What's traveled to Djibouti?
Let's do my bit, my segment.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, what's your segment?
I went on Reddit.
Segment. Oh, so you're giving Jeff what he wants, old friend of the pod, Jeff.
Jeff wanted you to do it, and
well, I'm
you
lazy.
scoffed in his face.
If I find something good, then I'll do it. If I don't find something good, then I won't say anything.
Find something that you think will engender a discussion. It could be, like you said, when you were like, I found a post about a monkey that looked dead, and the guy went to find out for sure, so he flicked it in the dick.
Yeah, and then
it was
runs
in
off.
fact alive.
It was alive, yep. It ran up a tree.
That's great. That's a great bit.
Well, if I see any more like that. But again, how do you follow that one up? Boy.
Exactly. But like, you put that in the
bottled lightning in that one.
group text, yes, and we all went crazy with it. Because I posited, I was like, what if the monkey was in fact alive and it laid there, but instead of flicking it on the dick, the guy started sucking the monkey off. And the monkey pretended to be dead all the way through.
That's a smart monkey.
Until he finished.
It's a smart monkey. Also, what would like if the monkey had been dead and how do you go home and like, well, flicked a dead monkey's penis today?
I want a divorce.
Yeah, like where does that go? Thinking that guy has kids
That changes a man.
does something to you.
You flick a dead monkey's dick, you don't come back the same as you went in.
I gotta say though, I've never seen a more successful strategy for seeing if a male of any species is alive
yeah.
than a good just.
You want an immediate answer.
Yeah, that's how you know. Oh, but you got to be prepared because if you do that and they are alive and they're,
I want to talk to the ladies out there for a minute.
please don't flick my penis.
If you wake up and your significant other, assuming you are dating or married to a man, you wake up and you go, oh no, did he stop breathing in his sleep? Did my boo die in his sleep?
His breathing looks so
Only
shallow.
one way to find out. You go ahead and give him a snug flick across the peen.
Yep. Or like a nice with the back of the hand, just give him that nice smack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can get some more force that way. Dealer's choice.
You could yank it hard too. They'll probably, they'll probably start the mower, start the day.
Grab around the balls and give him a tug.
Hit his balls with a Bible.
All of these are making me uncomfortable just thinking about them.
I'm just saying, if someone cares enough that you live or die, they'll flick your penis. Because they love you.
God, that hurts.
Just a sound piece of advice.
So you're on Reddit.
So I'm on Reddit. I went on Reddit and I went to a particular subreddit. Am I the asshole?
I frequent Am I the Asshole?
I enjoy I Am the Asshole quite a bit.
Yeah.
For my limited exposure to it.
Am I the Asshole?
I pulled out some fun assholes. Let's start with a short one. I got a real long one.
The thing is, there's usually never any real debate about whether they're the asshole or not. Usually it's a lot of people who are like, I have a victim complex, and this person did something really mean to me. Am I the asshole? And everyone's like, no, of course not. Of course you're not the
You were
asshole.
justified in selling your brother into fucking sexual slavery.
No, it's usually like some ridiculous thing where someone is being horrible to this person. They're like, am I being unreasonable? And you're like, wow, you just don't get enough love wherever you are, and you need random internet people to make you feel better, which I get.
You asked this of all of your friends in real life, and none of them agreed with you.
Yeah.
So off to Reddit you went.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, sometimes that's the case where the guy's like, am I being the asshole? And everyone's like, holy shit, you did what to your kid?
Oh, my God.
You gave him a dog, and then when he did something wrong, you gave up his dog for adoption or brought it to a shelter, and then they, like, I didn't know it was a kill shelter, so like, am I the asshole or what? I didn't know. And everyone's like, fucking kill yourself.
Who has time to research something like that?
It's always heavily one or the other. So what did you find?
Okay.
Are these the top of all time?
No, these are just random ones I picked. Maybe you've seen them.
Probably not.
So I'm going to offer you a couple of them.
Uh-huh.
The long one, I'll save for last. I'll go in.
Save it for last. We
Reverse
really got
order.
them riled up.
It seems like a cool one if it's good enough. It's very long and it has an amazing pitch.
Well, every other, like, there's so many websites out there that steal directly from Reddit, so why not us? On we go.
Fuck it. We need something to do. We got to get back. We got to get some structure back in our lives. All we do is rant about Marvel. I almost ranted about Marvel to Tyler via text today, and I went, whoa, man. Whoa.
Which movie? Doctor Strange?
No, just Marvel in general. And I'm not even going to say what I was going to say because we're not going down that road.
But inquiring minds want to know now.
Inquiring minds can go fuck themselves.
Okay. First story.
Am I the asshole? I'm just going to read them to you in reverse order of what I've got tabbed up here. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking, what am I getting out of this? Am I the asshole for not giving my sister breast milk for her unborn baby?
For her unborn baby.
That one seems to have layers. Am I the asshole for ordering an expensive meal with friends who always insist on splitting the bill? I can tell you off the top what my thought is there. Am I the asshole for not taking the blame for my cousin that got her arrested? I would assume taking the blame for whatever got her arrested.
Am I the asshole for taking the blame for something that got my cousin arrested?
For not taking the blame.
Oh, then yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll have to go to that one. And then the last one.
I just got done watching Friday Night Lights. Can't be doing that to Tim Riggins. You can't be doing it. Anyone get that reference? I hope you got that reference. If not, watch Friday Night Lights. It's delightful. It's about football, but you really don't need to know anything about football to enjoy it.
It's about more than football.
It's about
It's about community.
It's about Texas community, which I was like, oh, that sure does seem nice sometimes.
It's about making sure that any pregnant teenager at the high school is getting reported in exchange for $10,000.
As long as you stay away
That you'll
from
give to the football boosters. Go Panthers.
Yeah, go Panthers. And stay away from Julie Taylor.
I did it for football. And then the last one. It's the long one. Am I the asshole for sending my coworker into anaphylactic shock?
Okay. You're not the asshole if you like made some kind of food and they should have known better and they should have asked or something. If you like showed up and like how do you like there's a lot of different ways to get an anaphylactic shock, aren't there? Or is there?
Sure, and there are a lot of stories here.
So like that one, that's because again, if it's like a food thing, they had some weird fucked up allergy, or like I brought in a bouquet and there was a bee in it and she got stung, she went into anaphylactic shock. Then like you can't do anything about that. But if you were like, I brought a hornet's nest in, then you're an asshole, yeah.
Right?
So you really can't tell until you hear the story. That one sounds like they're probably not, and the other person knowing that they had something, unless it's like. Oh, yeah, I came in and somehow definitely triggered this in this person. Am I a dick? I don't know. It was a prank. If anything about it is this was a prank, then you're an asshole.
I don't know. It looks like it might be a lady girl who works in an office.
A lady
like
girl
young
who works in an
woman.
office.
It might be. Do we want to do that one first? It's the longest one.
Lady girl works in an office.
She's
giving
gonna get
friends
away in the city.
anaphylactic
yeah.
shock. Sorry, go on.
She always carries 10 EpiPens for her Epi friends.
I don't know. Pick a ridiculous one. I'd always prefer one that seems like it's closer to a question, but they're always hard one way or another.
Do you want to start with a vague one? Am I the asshole for asking what I'm getting out of this?
Nah, do that one.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, I kind of want
Or
to
the anaphylaxis one?
I want to do them both.
Okay.
Dealer's choice.
We'll start with the short one. Am I the asshole for asking what am I getting out of this?
Did you write this?
I just know the cadences. Bringing it back to Eddie Murphy. My boyfriend's brother's birthday is this weekend, and they've planned to host a party at his mother's house, which is 2 hours away. This is very mathy poster.
Okay, so it's boyfriend's brother's birthday, having party at mom's house, 2 hours away.
Correct.
Okay, I am in so far. Let's see how long I
So
can pay
far.
attention.
So there's some firm plans here. We have planning-wise. My boyfriend has taken on entertainment. He'll be playing music, which means he'll be playing Spotify through a Bluetooth speaker.
Okay. I was like, he's in a band. They're all going.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's also handling the booze for the party. What I did not realize was that he would focus solely on music and expect me to handle the alcohol planning.
Okay.
Interesting. So this clearly was not discussed. He wants to rent a jockey box and get a 15.5 gallon keg, which is fine. I think extremely excessive, but fine. And has asked me to locate a vendor and make the reservations.
Does she have to pay for any of it?
When I asked how he planned to pay for this, he said it was going on our shared credit card.
Okay.
I don't drink carbonated drinks at all, so I don't think I should be responsible for paying for the $450 it costs for the keg and equipment.
Well, so it's shared, so it's more like two. So,
Yeah.
No, she's not the asshole.
Tough flat. Well, it goes on.
Oh, God. This is secretly the anaphylactic shock one.
Anyway, then I stabbed him in the head with a hornet.
I let the bees loose.
I filled his pants with bees. My boyfriend forgot to bring half of the equipment with him when we traveled to his mom's home last week.
So she went through with this.
Apparently.
Okay, so
and
that's...
he forgot half his equipment. So now we have too many items to fit in the trunk along with our passengers and 2 dogs. So he was supposed to pre-move his equipment because it was so much.
There's 2 hours away. They're bringing guests with them in the car, animals, and all their gear, and a keg?
Yes.
What is it? Do they drive a bus?
My boyfriend's solution, let's rent a truck, sharing the $400 expense, or we can drive 2 cars to haul everything there. So this guy is a selfish, obnoxious skinflint so far.
Yeah.
I don't see how this woman could be considered the asshole if she's truthfully representing this.
I've got a weird spin on it, but go on.
We're almost there. I said, no, I don't want to do 2 cars because I don't like driving through heavy traffic to Mom's house. And I hate driving and I hate being a passenger. He kept pushing, so I asked, how does this party benefit me in any way? I've taken over the planning for the keg, although I don't drink beer, and I'm expected to pay for half of it. Your friends are at least coming, so you'll be busy with them all day, and I ask you again, what am I getting out of this? He was extremely offended and commented that it's his brother's party, and I need to be more of a team player since it never seems like I am.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's far, far less of an asshole, but everybody here kind of sucks. And the reason is because of her framing of what do I get out of this for a party for someone else. And don't get me wrong, he's an asshole because he's trying to make her share in all of these costs that are for a party that should be shared by other people at the party. Like, who else is putting money down? Someone else is putting money down for food, but is that their whole thing too? She didn't ask to throw this party. So being asked like for her to provide the beverages for a whole party's worth of people is fucking bullshit. And that's what she should have said. Not like, I don't know. I just think that the way that she framed it is a little fucked up. But again, that's like, she kind of like in her response was like a 2 to his 10. You know what I mean? Like, they're both kind of assholes, but one of them is just kind of, I don't know. I think could have said it. And I think the way she said it was right, but his team player shit, he's such a fucking prick.
Sent it over the top.
But like I don't know. It's one of the thing. Like I get the notion of being like, if she was like, I don't really want to go to this thing, then I'd be like, wow, that's ridiculous. But because it's like it's a party for him for his birthday, and it's his brother, so like it's a family thing kind of, and it's also friends. And
the sense that I get is this woman does not like her boyfriend's family whatsoever.
Yeah, or his friends. Because it doesn't sound like they like hang out. It's like it's
Right.
his friends, it's his family.
So I'm not trying to victim blame here. I have a theory.
No.
She might low-key be a really bad girlfriend, but we're looking at an isolated incident in which this guy is 100% the asshole.
Well, listen, you hear that story and you go, this isn't going to work out unless
You
guys...
people should not have a shared credit card.
Well, yeah, the fact that they have a shared account is wild for them to be making that. Like, if this is an ordinary decision for them, if this is like, it peaked, finally it spilled over the dam of all this bullshit, and she finally reached out to the internet to go, am I crazy? Am I being gaslit? And the answer is yes, you are. You're in a shitty, toxic relationship. But I would say you need to get out now before you're framing everything in terms of what you can get out of a relationship, because that's also kind of fucked up. I get we're talking about it in a purely financial status,
well, and
though,
that's
and that's what changes it. You know?
It was a weird. It's a probably bad way to phrase it to say what do I get out of it. Mm-hmm. The way to approach it would have been, how is this fair that all of this is falling on us? Don't you feel a little taken advantage of?
And it's the same like, am I the asshole for not wanting to do the shared tip when we go out to eat? And fuck no, you're not. Like, you can pay for your own food. People have different financial situations.
That one's slightly different. We'll get to that one. We should do that one next.
Fine. Let's do it.
To finish this one off.
So that dude's a total fucking asshole. She's not really the asshole, but I'm kind of perturbed by how she framed it.
Oh, this is awful. This is also a move my dad pulled on my mom. I'm embarrassed to admit.
Oh, incredible. I need to know this now.
I told him that the one time I place a boundary in this situation, I'm seen as not being a team player, but there have been many times he said no to my desires. For example, we spent my birthday trip with his friends instead of going to the beach because he doesn't like large bodies of water.
Oh, wait. This is the same people from the relationship?
Yeah. And I just have to accept that.
Oh, fuck him.
Now, the thing is...
Don't get me wrong. I'm terrified of large bodies of water.
Sure. But also thrilled.
It's that old
And this
song.
girl wanted to go on her birthday.
Yeah, it's her birthday.
You can't be pulling that.
You care about her. Look, you can be honest and go, listen, I'm terrified of bodies of water. Or I'm uncomfortable around them. I don't really like the beach, whatever. Like me, if I said it to, it's mostly because of my chalky pale skin. I'm going to burn in 8 minutes. But if it's your birthday, I'm going to do it because I care about you.
Well, to quote the Beach Boys, don't go near the water. If you're scared of it, just don't go near the water.
Yeah. And I grew up
You're
in
a pussy.
Maine going near the water, so I'm fine with that. It's more that I will burn to death. I will burn to death, people.
But you love her, so you'll slather that ass in zinc.
40 SPF, head to toe. why is that man covered in mayo? And like just they look away. I'm just this.
Look, it's
horribly
Mark
pale thing.
Zuckerberg.
You'll know I was out in the sun because I'll have worn like aviators, you know, and I'll take those off and I'll just have the very pale eyes and the burn on the rest of my face. Youth. It was so fun going on holiday.
Your little dalliance with skin cancer every summer.
Oh yeah. If it comes out one day, we're like, yeah, you got it. I'm like, no shock.
Dude, I bet I have it.
You never know.
Everyone in my family's had it at some point or another.
Melanomas?
Dude, because I just get torched. You've seen me. I get like nuclear radiation burns.
I got super
awful.
burned really, really bad as a child because we went on a cruise. I went to like Jamaica, and Cozumel, Mexico, and the Cayman Islands, and I came back a lobster. Like so burned. I was like the itch, man, is nothing.
Hell's itch.
It was the worst thing ever.
Let's get into sunburn for a minute. I want to do a little sunburn stuff.
Just absolute fucking hell. And I mean, like the peeling afterwards, a whole different world. But right on that back, like as a youth, like I can stretch my hands down now and reach up from the back and have my hands touch. And that's so I can scratch my whole back during the horror of my youth.
It was an adaptation to help me survive as I literally shed my skin.
Oh man, I had to have one of my parents like scratch my back through the terminal on the way home because it was so bad.
So when you got a like top 5 worst sunburns you've ever had, you must have experienced the sensation where you get so burned you're freezing cold.
Yeah, number 1, Jamaica. Oh, I went to Jamaica.
Oh, rough.
Yeah, I remember there was a time I got real burned. Like my friends, they think this is the most burnt. Jamaica was the most burned, and really that whole trip afterward. Like I wore my shirt from then on in the pool, on the beach, everywhere I went. Shirt was on. Like it was so bad, and it went right from that back to pale. Come on, can't catch a break. It's because all the skin died and sloughed off me. Isn't that sexy? But I went to Florida once with some friends, and they're like, "We're just gonna go to the beach for like a half hour." And just catch some. And we were there for like 50 minutes. And I was like, all right, I got to get some sunscreen. Like, no, it's fine. We're going to be there for like a second. You don't need it. I got so fucking burned.
I've seen that photograph.
Yeah. And they laughed about it. And then to end a game of Monopoly, one of my friends ate a cork coaster. Not the best moment.
Great.
Yeah, but the game of Monopoly ended.
Yeah.
It's one way to end it. That's
true.
That's a rule.
Rather than us bleeding each other dry like we always do.
It was at his dad's place in Florida, and we had these coasters that were just made of cork, and he took a nice bite of one of them. It seemed real unpleasant.
I would have to imagine.
Yeah,
I would have to imagine.
Godspeed, Brando.
I'm loving this sunburn stuff.
Oh, it's awful.
Because dude, it's awful, but like you get enough of them, which is not something to be proud of. But I don't. Not that it's competition, but I've had a lot of sunburns in my life, Rory. Bad ones.
Yeah,
where the heat gets trapped, and you're just throbbing and radiating like you're like a little fireball.
Well, you've gotten the sun poisoning, you know, or like the next couple of days, you're basically in a status of like fever. You have a fever basically. Your whole body's just dehydrated. You're exhausted and you're confused. Really bad sunburn. If you've never had confusion from your sunburns, step it up, people.
You walk into your parents' bedroom in the middle of the night and pee on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened to all of us.
Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme.
Oh my God, dude. I have realized like the only thing for me that takes the sting out is to soak towels in black tea.
Oh.
Like let black tea get cold. Soak them in towels and then put it. I remember doing that on my legs. That really awful one a couple years ago I got on my fucking thighs. So bad.
I just do the real aloe. You just got to get real, legit aloe. Because you learn that the hard way when you're like, oh, it's so tingly. It's because there's alcohol in certain aloe veras.
Do not get the mentholated aloe vera.
It makes
just get straight aloe vera.
It makes you think it's working, but that's really just the alcohol in it. Tingling your fucking skin, and it's not good for you.
It's the cooling relief. What you got to do, like I said, I do the black tea to draw the heat out. I do the aloe, and if it's my face, I moisturize.
Ooh.
You got to moisturize. You got to keep that skin moist.
Got to keep it tight.
You got to keep it tight like a tiger.
All right, where were we? So sunburns.
I'm just saying,
folks.
I low-key kind of love getting sunburns.
You're insane. That's what an insane person says.
Maybe. Probably. Anyway... She finishes this off. I started to cry. He made a comment about my tears.
I'm sorry I said the mean things about her. Now I see what she's saying. I realize now that what she was saying, what am I getting out of this, was in reference to her entire relationship, not just this one isolated moment. I retract my previous statements.
I think it was a perfectly valid question of her to ask in that moment.
Now I realize. Yeah.
I too retract. I started to cry. He made a comment about my tears. I said, I'm sick and tired of always taking care of everyone and never having anyone do anything for me. I asked him to name one time he's done something for me that doesn't benefit him in any way, and he couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He's an asshole.
He's basically, he was looking for a mom, and she provided it until she had her moment.
And I think she sounds a little tough herself. I think she let this build up.
Yeah.
And then it really blew up in a bad way. But this guy sounds like a fucking man-child.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows we've known people in toxic relationships who just make each other worse and worse and worse. So that's what that sounds like. Sounds like it's time to get out, sweetie. Time to move on with your life.
I
huh?
would vote you are not the asshole, but you are dating him.
Yeah. The asshole. Wow. It's crazy. So yeah, like I said, usually they're pretty one-sided and obvious.
Yeah, interesting. I was kind of hoping for a more...
I was upset and cried. He made fun of my tears. I was like, wow.
He didn't tell me I'm prettier and more special than the other girls.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything about my gams.
To make him jealous, I slept with his best friend. Am I the asshole?
I poisoned his cat so that,
Yeah, so
I would be the one to nurture it back to health, and he'd never leave me because he saw what a good mother I am.
Unfortunately, apparently you don't get better from eating glass.
Fuck. Am I the asshole? The cat shit itself to death. Am I the asshole here?
Cats shit themselves to death all the time.
I thought he was expressing his anal gland, but
Nope, it was dead.
Ooh.
That was something I saw on Reddit. I saw a mare kick a horse in the head and kill it.
I've seen that one. The horse poops itself to
And
death.
it poops itself, yeah,
Yeah.
right there. Pooped itself right there.
Pretty fucking brutal.
So even animals poop themselves when they die. Everybody poops themselves when they die. Yeah, so what's the next one?
That's why I try not to eat a big meal before I use public transportation.
How was that for your Reddit segment, Jeff?
You happy now?
The controversy is I didn't know that everything poops itself when it dies. I kind of did. I was just hiding myself from the truth.
See, now I wish a real asshole would swing through here and make an asshole post. Where they're like, they
There are
kind of
people
know
who-
they're the asshole.
No, there are people who come through and are blatantly unaware that they are the asshole. They think they're
I like that too.
Toughen their kids up is usually like the thing. My kid just doesn't understand how hard it is to be me kind of thing, like raising them, and people just being like, no, your kid's being reasonable. They just want to have a social life usually or something like that, and you're being draconian, and all this is going to do is drive them away kind of stories. Like that's a lot of it.
See, I want one that's like, I hit my husband, but I had a good reason. Am I the asshole? Then explain to us what that is. Like,
Then there's
I would
comments
love a story like that.
He drinks a lot and I shit on the bed. Am I the asshole?
I had sex with Elon Musk. Am I the asshole?
Gross.
Okay. We got a couple more here. You want to do...
Got a couple more.
I didn't give my sister breast milk for the unborn baby.
I don't know if I want to do that one.
I ordered an expensive meal with friends who are always insisting on splitting the bill. So they're insisting on splitting the bill, and he or she picked the big ticket item.
Brilliant.
Someone ordered the lobster.
That's the one. Do it.
We'll do
That's
that
the
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Because if it's, I'm gonna wait until the end. I'm not making any preconceived notions.
Do you want me to read the whole thing, or are we going to go? We've been going like paragraph by paragraph.
Yeah, go ahead. You don't have to read the whole thing if it's super long.
We'll go paragraph by
It's like
paragraph. We'll check in.
June 1st. I decided with some friends, who I shall name and list characteristics of thusly. Like, we don't need to.
Tiffany,
Yes.
Archibald,
A brutish man.
Jamarcus.
We don't need to go. If it's like a super long thing, we can just give me the bullet points.
It's not overly long.
That's fair. You do let your heart guide you.
I, 24-year-old female, get dinner every week or two with my group of friends.
It's a great name for a sitcom. 24-year-old female doing things that they do.
Getting dinner every week with the same three losers.
Or just remake New Girl.
New Girl meets How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
Collide those casts
I
together.
was trying to do it with Hillary Duff. I hear it's not very good.
How I Met Your Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I hear it's not very good. That's a shame.
I'm out. You burned me once. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I can't touch it.
So we got a 24-year-old female. Her friends are a 24-year-old male, a 23-year-old female, and a 26-year-old male. So we got some early 20s types.
Got some early mid 20-ish.
Our range is 23 to 26.
Living it up, yucking it up in the city. This is just the cast of Friends. Although it was Friends in their 30s, I don't fucking care.
It started in their 20s.
Yeah, did they?
By actors who were in their 30s.
Show ran long. Go
Too long. Anyway, so they are the dinner group. For whatever reason, all three of them are super pro splitting the bill evenly 4 ways instead of simply paying for what they order. This wouldn't be an issue, but usually I get a salad for my main course because ordering most other things gives me a stomach ache, and I don't drink alcohol, and I don't like soda, so I usually just get a glass of water or a bottle of San Pellegrino if I'm feeling crazy.
So they live in New York.
Clearly.
Or L.A.
Getting a wedge salad for dinner.
Yep.
Because everything else is going to give you a stomach ache.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't eat other food.
So she's 24 and anorexic.
Actually, this girl sounds like you.
Listen.
Certain things give me a tummy ache.
Listen, certain things do give me a tummy ache. I'm that kind of person who goes, okay, I got to eat this, guys, and then get on the train because the rest of my night is not looking great.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any poi back there? It's the only thing that won't hurt my stomach. It's a fine paste.
Delicious, delicious poi.
Sweet poi.
So go on.
My friends, on the other hand, usually order expensive alcoholic drinks, expensive courses like seafood and steak, and they get appetizers that I don't eat. You are absolutely correct. These people live in New York. I can tell from that alone.
Yeah.
You're that young and you're balling out on fucking steaks and seafood and Champsies.
Appetizers and shit.
Come on now.
Going out for that fun end of the week meal. We already made our cash. We're going to spend a little bit of it.
You're getting sloppy steaks.
We're young and we're never going to die. It's like, yeah.
They're having dangerous nights. They're the Dangerous Nights crew is what they are.
Yep.
So, when we split the bill...
And salad girl.
Salad girl. I like that. So when we split the bill, it comes out to at least $150 at least every time. I almost never contribute more than $20 to the bill, sometimes even only like $15 total. My friends always insist that we split, but I find that extremely annoying because I should be paying significantly less. However, whenever I try to pay for only what I ordered, they all call me a cheapskate and say they won't eat out with me if I keep being cheap. Okay, listen. We're going to pause right here because I think you and I are in agreement on this. If you ate $5 worth of food and everybody else ate $200 and they expect you to split that shit,
they're a bunch of
that's
fucking
wrong.
assholes.
They're the assholes.
Yeah.
It's like when my fucking roommate in New York ran up a fucking $400 electrical bill mining crypto and went, well, everybody, all you other three, chip in $100.
And you know what's really funny about that? That means they probably did it with a really expensive rig they should have been doing it with, which means they did it wrong.
Rory, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but he was an idiot.
You bring that to work and you hide it somewhere and you take their electricity. I'm just hanging out at the library. I thought this was America.
This is a public library.
Yeah. I just,
but like, that's the move. Sorry that I blew up the fucking utilities bill, but my Bitcoin ship has not yet come in, so you guys are going to help me split that fucking high electric bill 4 ways.
Not to get too in the weeds, but the fact of knowing when you lived in New York too, when he was doing that, means he made such a laughably small amount of crypto that it didn't like it. It's not like he made $400 worth of Bitcoin. He probably made significantly less than that at the time when crypto was like $50,000 a coin. So
he was a barely literate oaf.
It's like, do you don't understand?
Of course he made
I made
no crypto.
$50 worth of cryptocurrency, spending $400 worth of electricity. Like that's probably...
And however much I spent on the rig.
Oh God, thousands.
Fucker.
Couple thousand. I mean, don't be wrong. At the time, like we're talking about, a good crypto rig was like $100,000. So whatever he bought was probably shit.
Held together by the hopes and dreams of the young. So they call her a cheapskate, even though she's kind of looking out for herself.
So now here's the real question though: does she stick to her roots in those situations, or does she nut up and, pardon the phrase, and pay the bill with them?
I don't think
you know what I'm saying.
How could you live with yourself if you paid $45 for you ate $5 worth of food?
I mean, it's one of those things where she's asking about morality on "Am I the asshole?" Maybe she's not exactly the most stalwart moral character.
Well, and this whole I don't drink soda and I only eat a salad and like that kind of thing. I'm
I just
like,
want to sit there and go, look, you're going out with your friends having salad and water while they're buying steaks and seafood and drinks and like they're going out to have themselves a fucking night.
so maybe just don't go.
Yeah.
If this is
Like,
like
look,
a toxic
if that's-
predatory salad
if your
environment.
friends are assholes, what are they doing before and after? Is their event literally food and that's it?
I think they just go eat. Yeah, they're just young professionals hashing it out over snow crab.
Find friends who do something you want to do, stomach lady. Like that's like I didn't do a bunch of food shit with my friend. I found people who wanted to do other things, and that didn't happen. So I hung out in my apartment and played video games by myself. Is that what you want to hear, lady?
That's the solution,
God.
salad.
It's not so hard. Jesus.
Well-
Buy a big TV and a couple of cats and become an adult like the rest of us.
Just steer into getting massive
yeah.
and
I'm
make
trying.
friends with your Grubhub driver.
I'm trying.
Last night when we went out, I decided to be petty. Okay, well, then I guess you're the asshole.
Yeah, well, you already just said you.
Thanks for ruining the ending, salad.
Yeah.
Last night when we went out, I decided to be petty. I ordered a total of 3 glasses of their most expensive wines, some sort of fancy charcuterie board for the appetizer, and the most expensive item on the entire menu, which was some sort of steak. I even ordered a slice of tiramisu for dessert.
So she overcorrected.
But her tummy hurts, so she just like, this is a Pyrrhic victory. You ate a bunch of stuff that you've said in the past is going to make you sick.
Well, I wonder if she's like me, though, where she's not always feeling awful. Like, she picked her battle. She's like, I'm good to go tonight.
She decided to be petty.
Yeah.
I mean, did she start taking a probiotic or something in advance of this?
I mean, again, there's over-the-counter Prilosec people do regimens of where you, like, do that for a couple of weeks, and then you're good for a while. Seriously.
Dude, this is
You
like,
do, like, a 5-day regimen of Prilosec, and then you can be... Like, there's certain people who that will effectively help for a while.
but if you're eating salad all the time and you don't drink, you have a small stomach.
To be fair, we don't know that she eats salad all the time. We just know that when she's going out to eat with these people at whatever places they eat, that she doesn't really want to eat steak. She's not a steak person. She's not a seafood person. She's not a surf and turf.
But she's a tummy person. So she can't have appetizers. She can't have...
Well, again, are they going
all
to
these different
Are they going to
foods.
spicy Spanish cuisine kind of thing?
They're
Or
getting
are they,
steak and seafood.
Are they hanging out getting tapas?
She would really have that much
I mean, even I
problem
can have some tapas
with
man.
a
I love
salad and some steak.
that. They bring it out in the pan. It's still sizzling. Ooh, that's
That's
nice.
not tapas. That's fajitas.
It's like no. I was thinking of something else then.
Fajitas are the ones that come out in the skillet.
It might have been just what the restaurant was doing. I don't know. It's like real pieces and like, oh, it was so good.
They're doing what on a skillet?
They brought it out. I thought it was tapas.
Tapas?
Florida?
No, tapas means small plate.
Oh, well then I don't know Spanish.
Did you mean frittata?
Maybe. I don't know what it was.
I don't know. I can't help you.
Damn,
we're
that's
never
gonna
going
bug
to
the shit out of me
Climpy's.
now. I'm gonna have to look up. It was when I got that really bad sunburn. Same trip, man.
There you go.
And that's a shoot. What were we talking about? Anyways, so she went out and 3 glasses of the place's most expensive wine.
Can we revisit
Kinda
the fact
fucked up.
that she doesn't drink, she doesn't eat. She had 3 glasses of wine.
So the fight she's having is 3 glasses deep drunk too.
So she's had 3 glasses of wine and she never drinks. So she's loaded. She's eating fucking
Nice
charcuterie.
steak.
She's having steak like a
and
good
cheese.
steak, and tiramisu. So not only is she going to be ornery and disoriented, she's probably going to have diarrhea
There's some
really
layer
soon.
cake. Ooh.
I bet that doesn't play into the story, and if it had, she wouldn't tell us. But
We're getting one perspective.
this girl's been petty to her body.
Well, I got to tell you, yeah, she lost a lot of points on because again, if we're putting her in a city or in like a nice place, they're going to nice restaurants where she's upset with how much money she has to split normally, right? Then 3 glasses of the nicest wine is like, fuck, that could be a lot.
Well, my dinner alone ended up being $150.
Okay, not as bad as it could have been.
But usually they end up paying $150 when they split it 4 ways. Hers alone,
Yeah.
this time is $150. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for her. We split the bill once again, but I could tell that my friends were irritated. This morning, I woke up to a block of text from the 26-year-old male in our group chat, basically saying that he was pissed and he knew I was only doing what I did to piss them off. My other 2 friends agreed with him. I feel kind of bad, but I also feel like what I did is only fair because they do the reverse to me all the time. Am I the asshole? Also realize I should mention that I do just fine financially, and the extra money I spend because of the bill splitting doesn't impact me in a significant way.
Okay. It impacting her or not is not really the point.
I don't think it's germane.
I think that's pretty moot. I think that the thing is, like, them being assholes to her about it. I mean, don't be wrong. She overcorrected what she did.
Hard.
It shouldn't have been so much. She really, like, could have, like, gone to not such an extreme. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't have to order the nicest wine. She didn't have to order the most expensive steak. She could have been like, you know what? I'm feeling it, and got a nice steak and gotten some decent wine. Like, some really, like, and had her bill be more than they expected, more than what they usually go for.
And then that justifies a split because
and then if he comes in the next day and goes, what the fuck, I paid more. Like, look, you do this to me every single week. I'm not saying I kept and did the math, but you don't think me every now and then really coming out and living it up and making your bill a little higher than normal based on what I did is a shitty thing to do when you do it to me always?
Well, and she was trying to send a message.
That's the point she's trying to make.
She
yeah.
went a little too hard in the paint.
Well, and I think the result there is it becomes, okay, I guess you don't come then, you know? And then you guys,
I wonder if that's how that ended.
Well, and again, I sit there and go, yeah, that's what I would have been doing from the beginning, lady, because all of them are going to sit around and realize that with you leaving out a salad, whatever it costs, and not drinking any alcohol, their bills all just went the fuck up significantly. So you win. The best revenge is living well, and that's what you could have done. But now you pissed off. Is these are office friends or are these friends?
I don't know.
That's
Just her
question.
dining group.
Yeah.
The thing you could have
like,
done if you could do a better sell job and you were a better con is come in and be like, oh, I feel like celebrating tonight. I got a promotion at work. I got laid. I got approved for the dog I'm trying to adopt.
I killed a dog. We don't know these people.
The first one died. Yeah. Second one, they said will arrive. They'll put holes in the box. But everything's coming up. I don't know, Rosita. And I'm here to celebrate. And I'm a tiny girl, and I want 3 glasses of wine. I want a fucking fat chunk of tiramisu. I want a steak the size of my head. Mm-hmm. And what the hell, a couple of corn dogs.
And then here's the thing. I sit there and I go, why didn't you guys say anything last night? That's what I would have. I might have feigned ignorance and been a prick about it. Like, what?
Well, they know it's an issue with her. So
Yeah.
if she participated but didn't make it look like I'm trying to prove a point, she's generally just like, we're having fun. Fuck it. I'll get the charcuterie. Let's get charcuterie. You guys want charcuterie?
And that's why you look at this and you go, it's impossible to know. We don't have the information of how she behaved during the whole evening. If she kind of played it off and was really normal and just like totally chill with all of them, ordered the food, but like didn't make note of the price, like just did it like everybody else. Well, the guy's going, I'm gonna get the, I'm gonna get the strip steak, and she goes, I'm getting the T-bone. Puts it down, medium rare, just kind of runs through it, mashed potatoes, blah blah, whatever. I'll take another glass of wine too. Everyone's having a conversation. It's just a normal night, and then at the end they go, wow, look how much she ordered, and then later we're like, Becky's a bitch. Like, that's one fucking thing. But if she's the whole time like, this is the best steak ever, guys. It's so much fun to split the bill.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the 3 glasses of wine saw to it that she could not be very
and look, we have
discreet about her activity.
This is why we don't do this with our friend group either, because we have friends who might be like, that's another whiskey. And I'm like, I'm not paying for anybody's whiskey, drinks. I'm not paying for anybody's wine. I'm not paying for anybody's microbrews. I like to drink shitty beer when I go out usually. Like, I'll have like a Switchback. That's the nicest beer I will drink.
Yeah, no, that's
and I would never make you pay for it because you don't drink.
That's extremely cut and dried. My menu item was $10. Everything that you got, your appetizer, your sandwich, and your beer were $25. We're going to split that?
Yeah, fuck no. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
I didn't need a morsel off your plate. Why am I underwriting your expanded meal?
It's a weird thing, and I get why, like, it just also seems like an old couple thing to do. Like, if it's 3 couples out to dinner at some Italian place and they all decide to split the bill, it just seems like all of the husbands are just trying to fucking, it's like a dick measuring contest, like, whatever, we can all afford to split the bill. No, we're not worried about it. It all comes around, and something you do regularly probably does, but like,
Philip, we're drowning. Please don't do this.
But if you're one couple and you don't drink and the other 2 are sitting there having 2 bottles of wine between each couple, like, fuck that.
You don't have to pay for the wine. I found the solution to this whole thing. One person pays every time these 4 people go out. And I think
Picks up the whole fucking thing.
picks up the whole tab because remember that
sucks the
turnabout
first
is
time.
fair play. Right. Remember turnabout is fair play. You're ordering the lobster today, but someday you're paying for the lobster.
Yeah. And
paying
honestly,
for
I think
3.
that keeps everybody decent because you don't want anyone to crush you when it's your time. But if you're all a bunch of petty assholes, suddenly you're out. Suddenly it's just Lobster Fridays every single time you go out.
That or you get everything for the table. And everybody, it doesn't matter if you have more steak than me. We both had steak. We both had charcuterie.
We all
both had
decide on the
wine.
same meal.
Right. The
Yeah.
4 of us we made
Yeah.
a group decision. We went ham on the food.
Tapas and moodscapes.
Tapas and moodscapes.
Which means tiny plate. Did you know that?
Excuse me for trying to make you literate.
Yeah, not going to happen. Sorry.
You're never going to Greece. You're not going to learn about tapas the
Just
organic
sitting
way.
there, just pictures of me eating plates in fancy locations.
No, Rory.
My gums couldn't. I can't take another trip to Greece. My mouth can't take it.
Praise.
Cut to hell on that Greek cuisine, man.
God, those greasy bastards really know what they're doing.
Yeah, hurt going in, hurt coming out. Really got to chew that stuff.
Those goat fucking sons of bitches.
That's the worst.
Become super anti-Greek. We're not going to do the breast milk one.
Yeah. So again, everyone in that situation sucks.
I'd go ahead and say you're all the asshole.
All of them suck. That's the terminology in Reddit for that one. Everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks here.
And then you explain, ESH. Yep. And obviously it's because the friends should have just taken her at her word and let her just do her own fucking thing. The other people just split the bill because they're all doing a thing. She just takes a separate check. Why is that a big fucking deal? Why does it need to be a pissing contest? Why is there a pecking order to dinner? Like, you guys are just, you're in your mid-20s and maybe you kept your friends. You need to get out of that high school bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that is. That's like, oh, look who's not going along with the fucking bandwagon, bro. Have another beer, pussy. Like, that's that same thing with steak, you know?
Well, they literally do seem like a sitcom group. There's a 26-year-old male, there's a 24-year-old male, a 24-year-old female, and a 23-year-old female.
Yeah.
They are a sitcom.
Well, and you're gonna.
They are How I Met Your Mother.
It's just like such a stupid thing. It is very sitcom-y. They created a problem and now they're trying to find a solution to the problem they made. That literally doesn't need
But
to
they're
exist.
young and they have money, so they're going to be entitled.
I bet they tip like shit.
I bet they don't tip great, Rory.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them is like, guys, you got to put in like $5. Well, let's be honest, they're not using cash money; they're using credit cards. Yeah. So I could see these people being abusive to the staff too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had the same place every week, like no sloppy steaks tonight, guys.
No.
Or if they go to different places.
I mean, I assume maybe they go to different places.
We'll give them the benefit.
It really
of the
depends
doubt.
on where they are. I assume that they're a bunch of New York douchebags, but
New York or LA.
yeah.
Nobu. I'm gonna go to Nobu.
You do Nobu?
All right, we're not doing the breast milk,
We're not going to P.F. Chang's again.
guys. Seriously.
It's disgusting.
We got the cousin arrest one.
No.
I think we got to go to anaphylaxis. We got to end it.
Yep.
It's long.
Yeah. That sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
I'm at a loss here, guys. Realistically, I know I'm in the clear. Legally, I'm in the clear. But I'm being vilified by my coworkers, and I'm genuinely considering quitting my job because of this whole mess.
Huh.
I had a cool job that I loved.
Here. All right.
This
All
would be really funny if this did turn into the bit from I Think You Should Leave, where it's like, I choked on a hot dog. Okay.
Hit me.
So I work a pretty standard day job, and at night I help my friend at her restaurant, which serves an assortment of Thai cuisine. To be honest, I'm insanely picky, but I fell in love with this peanut sauce that the main chef makes. Here we go.
Done.
And he showed me how to make it. So about once a week, I take it on either noodles or stir fry to my day job for lunch. People know this, and a handful have tried it. It smells nutty. It tastes nutty. It's white girl pad thai, essentially. Well, I don't like the sound of that, because I like good pad thai. Pad thai guy. Lately, my lunches have been disappearing, or I'll open my lunchbox to find half of my food missing. I've tried addressing it, but nothing has changed. I was pretty sure it was one of the new hires that was doing it, but I had no proof.
Until now.
Until now.
I put my peanut sauce on something.
I pissed in the tuna salad. Thursday, I took my noodles and my entire Tupperware was missing, which hasn't happened before. I was pissed, but what can I do? A coworker shared her pizza with me, and that was that until today. My boss confronted me and accused me of poisoning my noodles because his daughter, one of the new girls, borrowed my lunch and had to be hospitalized. Turns out she's severely allergic to nuts, ate some, and boom, anaphylaxis. She used an EpiPen but had to be hospitalized, and now her dad is trying to hold me accountable for her bills and condition. But I don't see it. Why should I pay? I don't mark my food as an allergen because I'm not allergic to it. She was dumb enough to steal it from me and eat something she can't have.
All right, so people at work, there's two things food related that if you do these things, you're a fucking sociopath, okay? The first one is microwaving fish. If you microwave fish in a work office setting, you're a fucking dickhead. You're a fucking asshole. I don't care how much you like fucking fish. Save it for your dinner. Do something else for lunch, prick.
Yeah, tilapia is not a work food.
It's a shitty fucking thing to do. Don't fucking do it. And it's just, again, microwaving fish. You go microwave, like it just, there's something about it fucking smells bad. You're an asshole. Don't do it. The second thing is eating other people's fucking food. What fucking sociopath does that? You literally got to be a sociopath. The whole boss's daughter thing makes me go, dude is a bad father. That's what that is. You're a bad father. She's an intern, which is great, but that sounds very much like nepotism to me. Use your influence to get her at any other fucking nearby company. Having her work at your company, that's what it sounds like to me. Sorry. So, especially when you're a boss. Fuck you, you nepotistic asshole. Your daughter's a sociopath and shouldn't be stealing other people's shit.
Yeah, well, and look at the way he describes stuff. Poisoned the noodles by putting Thai peanut sauce on it. Borrowed my lunch when the little dipshit ate it.
Yeah, I would go ahead.
I mean, this guy's insane.
I would go ahead and send an email to the boss is what I would do. I would go, I think we need to get this whole thing out in the open because this is what needs to this is what needs to be said. Your daughter stole my lunch. I'm willing, because of what happened, to let it go. You know, I've been getting my lunch stolen here regularly for a while. Now I know it was your daughter doing it this whole time, which, again, I'm willing to let go because she finally learned you can't, especially when you have a really bad allergy to something, you learn pretty early, you would have thought, not to steal food from other people. One, because that's a fucked up thing to do. But if you're a sociopath like this girl apparently fucking is, you personally have negative potential outcomes. So even for selfish reasons, you shouldn't steal other people's food. Go ahead and be that crazy person who stole the makeup from Claire's, and when you got caught, you cried to the security guard who felt bad and let you go, and it just engendered shoplifting in you for the rest of your life. For example, I just don't get it. I don't get how people are this fucking crazy. But I would send the email laying it out very specifically what happened so that boss has to write an email back in some way or another saying his warped version of the story. She borrowed your lunch or whatever fucking thing he wants to say, because then you can build a legal case based on the paper trail.
The thing is, I understand the paper trail aspect.
You got to cover yourself.
I would not in an email say, well, I guess she finally learned a lesson.
Well, I wouldn't say it like that. You know what I mean?
I would put the facts out there and say, I bring my lunch. There's nothing that says I can't eat lunch that has peanuts in it. We don't have a peanut-free zone. There's nothing posted about it. That's my lunch. I can't anticipate someone eating it. I'm not allergic to the food.
So why would I label it?
So it's not labeled. There's no labels in this situation. Someone took my food.
Has been regularly for a while now.
And it again, it smells like nuts. It tastes like nuts. I'm surprised that didn't set off alarm bells with her. Whatever, we got to the point where she ate it.
Yeah.
None of that is my fault.
And again, needs to be
so rather than
down,
blame
though.
the kid,
I wouldn't even necessarily you're right. I would blame the kid. I'd be like, the kid needs to not steal food.
Now, realistically, I'd like to bite this motherfucker on the face.
Yeah.
The minute he was like, "She borrowed your lunch," I'd bite him.
I'd be like,
on the face.
She stole my lunch. I'd be like, are you not giving her as a father lunch, or are you because she's stealing other people's? Mine gets stolen regularly here. I'm not going to say it's your daughter, but it's very interesting that my lunch has been getting stolen regularly, and the one day that I have a peanut like sauce on it is the day your daughter goes into anaphylactic shock and has to go to the hospital for it.
Is it a power move on the daughter's part? Like, I can't get fired. And what is anybody going to say anything to my dad? He's the boss.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It sounds like some sort of weird psychopathy to me because I just can't fathom a world where I'd be such a piece of shit to do that. You know, I can't.
No. I mean, the worst thing I've ever done is
It's
like
like
someone brings a bag of shredded cheese and you nip a little.
Yeah, well, it's just like it's such a lack of give a fuck, I think, you know, that just seems really fucking weird. Like, don't get me wrong, we've had multiple bits where we sit here, we're like, what chocolate's in the break room? But that's not like being like, Carol has this food in the fridge over here. It's labeled.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my penis into it. Live on the Skimbo Lounge. You know, there's a fridge over here.
great.
Some people could put their food in there.
There's a lot of salad dressing and flat Pepsi in that fridge. But
flat
like
Pepsi.
when that dentist, the Egyptian dentist from Northfield,
It's
when
not eating
he,
people's sandwiches.
when he sends the office those fucking Egyptian sweets.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God, are they so good, dude? Dude.
Holy fuck.
Flake pastries, honey, like pistachio.
Turkish delights.
Fuck me, dude. They are. I see that big gold box sitting out there and it says Farhat Sweets on it. I'm like, all right, a diet is ruined.
I will be taking these.
Because it's sitting on a communal table
Well,
for
again-
anyone to have. So I'm allowed to take 9 items out
Well,
of it.
there's a difference between sweets left on the table and stealing someone's lunch. You know?
Correct.
I
Someone's
think-
labeled lunch.
I think that's really. It doesn't. You know, even if it's not labeled, I think it's fucked up to go into a place where you don't know whose is what. Even to be able to ask, like, whose is this? You know, or to it depends on the office setting. Can't just yell in the kitchen and go, well, no one claimed it and gives them good.
Who the fuck did this?
Just eat all the food. That's funny. What a sitcom.
You imagine you work with a cannibal and he's bringing like human flesh that he's cooked up in a crock pot and made like chili out of it. He brought that for his lunch and you're like,
You've been eating
I'm gonna
it.
eat Carl's chili.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's a little gamey, but good.
Where was my
What is-
chili?
Yeah.
Where'd the intern go?
It was the boss's daughter. I don't know.
There's a sitcom, I Ate the Boss's Daughter.
Yep. That's
He's a
bad.
cannibal trying to get by in corporate America. But he fucks up bad when he eats a 20-year-old.
Turns out it's the boss's daughter.
And
Can
not
he
in a
keep the
sexy
job?
way. Katie Holmes stars in.
Half of Katie Holmes stars.
You remember her?
Yeah, sure you don't. So yeah, that guy's not an asshole. He works for an asshole. Time to run.
It goes.
Oh my God, there's more.
The boss is being hateful, and some of my older coworkers are icing me out because I warned him I'd report any harassment to HR if he tried anything funny. My coworkers are brown nosers, I guess. My friend is aware of the situation and has offered me a full-time job, but I just can't help but feeling it's unfair to be squeezed out. At the same time, I could have killed this guy's daughter, so no, don't admit that part. You couldn't have.
Like, no, it wasn't. You did nothing. You literally did nothing. You
Don't
didn't
add
do
stuff
anything
like
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's not even that. That's his guilt because he's getting shamed at work by authority. We grew up like I'm not trying to be all fucking, like creepy AM radio host like, but we live in an authoritarian state. You know, you grow from when you're really young to the moment you like retire, you're taught to listen to someone above you. You know what I mean? You're listening to your parents, listen to the teacher. Sometimes the principal, these authority figures, they know better. Your professors know better. They teach you get into the workplace. You're fucking scum. You listen to your manager. And this dude right here, he's going to have to learn the hard fucking lesson that HR is not your friend. It's the company's friend. And they're not going to do anything to fucking help him. They're going to try and mitigate the company's liability. It's things like that, but the guilt comes from the fact that he thinks he actually did something wrong.
Well, someone
Because
theoretically
someone is telling him.
could have died and you're involved in some way.
Yeah, it makes you feel bad, but you shouldn't feel guilty. It's one of those things where you go, this sucks. I mean, I get how at first you'd be like, I could have had anything else. I could have not brought it. She'd still be alive.
But it wasn't an inherently negligent
But it
act
wasn't-
either. Like
yeah.
if you forgot to put your car in park and it ran over a toddler,
Exactly.
you
that's
are the
difference.
asshole. Get off Reddit.
You weren't trying to like get your phone from underneath your gas pedal and you hit a dog and you're like, oh my God, what do I got to do? Yeah. It was literally, there was nothing you can do. You had no effect over her decision to steal your fucking food.
Right.
So
So
I hope that she learned a lesson. Fuck her.
an edit. I did email the HR rep and let her know of the situation. She's been on vacation and gets back tomorrow, so I don't know if she's aware of what's been going on.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Yeah.
She's just all sunburned from Jamaica.
What the
hair and
fuck?
white girl with hair and cornrows and shells.
Shit.
Motherfucker. You got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah, it totally affects it. Oh, it's hilarious.
I should note that I work weekends most weeks. It's not quite an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday job, but yeah, okay.
I love how it's an 8 to 5 job now when it used to be a 9 to 5 job because now you don't get paid for lunch.
Right. You get a nice little slice for lunch. My coworkers mostly chilled out by the end of my shift. Sounds like a restaurant situation, which adds a whole other layer to it. But anyway.
I hope it's not a restaurant. Maybe it's like a warehouse or a...
Could be.
But
Amazon Fulfillment Center?
Well, so they said something about interns, right, though? So it's definitely an office setting of some kind. It's not... Maybe shift means he's in the UK.
So funny. You think this is a guy, and I think it's a girl.
It's a different region. Well, what did they say?
She said... I'm saying she mentions white girl pad thie.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's a girl.
Yeah,
I think it's a lady.
I just put myself in it because I'm like, oh, God. I projected this onto myself. It's like, you got to get out of there, man. You got to get out of there.
You're fucked. They all blame you.
Oh, jeez.
My coworkers mostly chilled out by the end of my shift, thankfully, after I explained to the nosiest but friendliest person that I always bring a peanut sauce dish. I guess the assumption was that I somehow found out who's been stealing my lunches and decided to poison them.
Yeah. I'd be like, no, I do this every now and then. I haven't done it since the interns got here, and my food started getting stolen.
Okay, they're
like, how would I have known? Be like, look, I would have just looked at her. Like, how would I have known? Let's call them Becky. That Becky was stealing my lunch, and that Becky had a peanut allergy, so that I could effectively poison Becky with peanut sauce that I know how to make and enjoy making and regularly make.
Dude, just stab this chick if you're mad at her.
Listen,
you don't have to poison
if you're
her.
so afraid of guilt, what you need to do is you need to go to the hospital and finish the job. She'll be lying in there, and she'll see you coming. Oh, no, and just 38 to 47 times right in the chest, stab her right up. Maybe flip her over, stab her in the back. 37. That's what seems like most murderers go for, like a good 30-ish stabbing.
Sweet Jody, 27.
27. Okay, I overestimated.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just
20 to 40.
Let's find out.
I don't want to find out. I don't want to.
Jody? I should know this. It's on her trading card. Jody Arias stab.
Serial killer trading cards?
I guess sexy lady serial killer trading cards.
Well, I guess not serial killer. She only murdered the one person, but.
Oh, no. Right on the money. 27 to 29.
Two of them they weren't sure about because, I mean, honestly, after that much, you're kind of swinging at mush.
Yeah.
Probably.
He might have done that to himself. He might have fallen on the knife twice, and she went, better make it look like an accident, and stabbed him 27 more.
I mean, that's a Nick Swartzen bit. It's like, I'll get shot, but I don't want to get stabbed. I never want to get, because you got to see that shit coming in at you nice and slow, and it goes out, and then it comes back in again. Like, no, never want to get stabbed. Does not seem like the way to. Doesn't seem like the way to go.
No, certainly not.
Nope.
I'm banking on. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for skin cancer. Let it finish me off gracefully, like Sir John McCain.
A heart attack at 70 from a prostitute.
There you go.
Banging away at my ding dong. And I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
I used to listen to your podcast when I was a girl. I heard you like ball torture.
I accidentally took too much of whatever the new government appointed Cialis is or whatever.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, yeah. Officially sanctioned by the government, Blue Chew. And I took one too many, and my heart just explodes in my chest. I was 3 weeks away from that robot heart surgery, too.
You're on the list.
I was on the list.
Your heart explodes at the exact second that you climax.
Oh, that sounds
nice.
nice.
Poor girl's face, and it's just chunks of heart.
This poor girl's face. Oh,
no. Chunks of artery right in her eye.
Listen, it's not a respect thing. It's what she wanted.
Oh, my God, totally.
It was a thing for her, not a thing for me. Okay, it was for both of us, okay? It was for both of us.
This was prearranged.
Jesus.
Everyone was cool with it. The shitty part is the chunks of heart shooting out of his penis.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's where things get a little dark.
That was not in the clause.
Best
see, there was a twist.
Oh, so that's nice.
There's a bunch of fucking information that doesn't really amount to much, and then the recipe for the Thai peanut sauce, which I actually really do want.
That's incredible. Okay, that's pretty great though. Yeah, dude, run from the fucking company. Trying to hold you liable.
It looks like she did. She started working for her friend.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? I'm like, working for friends can be tough, but if you trust them.
Ew, and she gets all snippy with the Reddit community.
Of course.
And for the people calling this fake, okay, it's not. But even if it were, why are you getting mad about it?
Okay, it's
Karma
definitely-
doesn't give me anything.
You're right. It's definitely a woman.
I can't exactly give out a bunch of details unless I want to dox myself, and the post seems rushed because I wrote it out of frustration during my lunch.
Okay, it could be like a surfer bro too. You never know.
Sorry, it didn't meet your writing standards. No, that's a woman thing.
Just like white girl pad thai. Like fucking.
It's also the name of my band, White Girl Pad Thai.
It's like pretty cool. It's like pretty chill, bro. Anyways, so like everyone's super hostile at work.
I don't get it.
I'm not sure. So like when everyone
This
was
girl's like, no, I'm allergic to peanuts.
Peanuts.
I'm like, whatever, just eat the pad thai.
oh my god, just have you stupid bitch.
It's really good. Don't insult me.
So like everyone was saying this story's fake. Like, okay, see,
Okay.
it could totally be a dude.
It's also my inflection, which does her no favors. But that last line is so telling. Sorry it didn't meet your writing standards. That's such a woman thing to do. You're not sorry.
Yeah,
That was a sarcastic sorry.
Yeah, that was meant to be.
Men
biting.
don't do that. They go, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, they go. I'm trying to hurt you.
Men don't apologize. They do hurtful things.
Yeah.
Women try to babyface themselves. You can't in this situation. This is a
Yeah.
heal program.
Yeah. This is why men hunt, women nest. Wait, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know why that got me. Stupid. Anyway, so asshole.
Glad you had fun.
You're gonna write this. Am I the asshole for no selling my friend's bit?
It wasn't a no sell. It's
totally-
a no sell if
you
you
no-sold
keep
me.
yourself from laughing.
You're a horrible person.
It didn't pop me the same way it popped you, and that's okay.
You're a monster.
I would support you in something that gave us a mutual pop.
If only you'd supported me in that one. It's too late now. It's fine.
It's too late.
It's whatever.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. You know what I'm saying?
See? Yeah.
See? Oh my God, you no-sold my reference.
Well, that's because yours was bad. You're a piece of shit.
I'm proving a point. Sorry you didn't like the way I did
Oh,
it.
sorry.
We come full circle.
Nice and Canadian. So yeah,
That was
pretty
fun.
good.
My computer's 100% charged. We're at about an hour 6 on the episode.
yeah, it's pretty decent.
Got 2 birds stoned at once, I'd say.
Haha.
So for the record, the thing is, these people are assholes, but not for the things that they did in this
Yes.
scenario. So we have 3 assholes who were not the asshole.
Like I said, it's really hard. Am I the asshole asks of you a very binary question. It's a yes or a no. And you can definitely you can flip on multiple switches and say everybody here is an asshole, but like you either are or aren't. And my argument is that it's like an Avenue Q. Like everybody's a little bit of an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends to what level you're an asshole. Like, am I totally an asshole?
Are you fundamentally an asshole?
Like in that first one, the boyfriend, level 10 asshole.
Fundamentally an asshole.
Totally a fucking asshole. And again, I at first thought the woman, I was like, well, she's definitely not a 0. She's maybe like a 2 or a 3. I cut that down. I mean, again, everybody's an asshole, but in that story and the way she behaved, maybe a 1.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of got to smack back in that situation. What the fuck do I get out of this? Which very much reflected back and going, oh, she's talking about maybe she realizes it or not. She's talking about her whole fucking relationship.
Yeah. Which is an astute observation. It's also entirely possible that this is just their dynamic.
Yeah.
This happens all the time. She's
then they
really
just-
passive aggressive until she explodes.
And they play it out
he
in
is
the boudoir.
legitimately a piece of shit. Yeah.
And then they just bang it out.
And they go make humpy times. They go make flowers together.
I mean, doesn't that seem fun?
Seems toxic as shit.
It seems
but
toxic as shit. But sometimes angry sex is good sex. So, yeah.
toxic sex is still sex.
But so, like I said, it's hard. Everybody's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, these all seem like bad people who just didn't do a bad thing this time.
Yeah.
Because the Bill person is the closest one we got because they freely admit they pulled a petty move in ordering way too much.
Yes. They admit that they're a bit of an asshole. And the thing is, you sit there and go, yeah, you are being an asshole.
You are in this scenario.
But the secret is that your friends are also assholes. Right. They were an asshole prior to you being an asshole. You could have done the right thing here, and you decided not to. That's why you're an asshole. Not because they aren't also assholes. Everyone here sucks is a very, very good designation for that one.
You should have faked the tapeworm and not eaten anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I can. It'll feed the tapeworm. I have to get it removed.
All I can have is this super nice wine. Someone drive me home.
All I can eat is Wagyu beef.
Parasites hate Wagyu.
It will dissolve the thing. I'll shit it out like a bad kidney stone. You shit those out, right?
Kidney stones?
Can you imagine
No.
if you got like bowel stones and you had to just poop rocks?
I mean, that'd be kind of fun. Plunk. Sometimes I might as well.
Oh, it's a geode.
Oh, it's a dense one.
My
yeah.
goodness, that broke the bowl.
Yep. And then the last one, I would say of all of them, that guy's the least asshole.
Yes. I would say blameless.
She is the least asshole, except her response quite petulant.
I think
after
she's
the
a
fact.
petulant person who is completely blameless in this situation.
Sure, completely blameless. I would say that it's one of those things where my friend offered to let me work at their company. I'd go, how much time do I have? And I would just go back to work and burn those bridges.
Yeah.
Just super hard.
Sounds like she got out.
I'd take a hard fight with HR, though, and just make a protracted battle. And
Why
then
not? You got nothing but time.
Yeah, regardless of the outcome, then I would leave.
Get exactly what you want and then walk away.
Yeah.
No.
And then you kind of become the asshole, but you become the justified asshole, which is the best asshole of all.
The justified asshole. I
Yeah.
like that. That's an award we should give out on the show.
This week's Justified Asshole Award goes to Jeff. 15th week in a row he's won. Good for him.
Here he is, the most justified asshole. He had a good reason.
Here's your trophy. It's made of gum, you fuck.
Try not to sit in it.
Piece of shit.
Oh fuck. Well, let's wrap it on up. You got anything you want to plug?
Jeff gets up. I'd like to thank all your mothers.
And I will.
There you go, Jeff. There's your Reddit. There's your Reddit content for you. I don't have anything to plug this week.
You have anything to plug?
Any shows coming up?
Probably.
Things are check. We're affiliates with some people. Just go through our friends. I don't know. It's whatever.
I don't know. Pick through our followers on Instagram and follow the person that seems the most interesting to you. See what they got going on.
Yeah, that's who I plug. Is those people?
Yeah, we plug you. the
You
listeners.
America,
You did it, guys.
and our one listener in Botswana.
You did it.
You did it.
The Korean crab fishermen are like, we are flying high after this episode.
This is great.
We're going to get fucking drunk and
It
listen
is
to this.
not just the meth.
I can't sleep and I don't want to.
Woohoo! Skimbo Lounge. I would love it if we had a crab fisherman following.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's 5 Korean guys on a boat fishing for crab, constantly raining, constantly rough seas, and every Wednesday they get a radio transmitter in the one guy's fillings, and they just pick it up, and he stands there with his mouth open, and the other 4 just listen and laugh.
Well, I'm glad we could provide that for them.
We love you guys. We love what you do. The rest of our listeners can get fucked. Crab fishermen from Korea?
You're
You
cool,
still
man.
cool.
You're cool, man.
So we'll plug you. Other than that, I have nothing. So until next time, thank you. Go fuck yourselves, and goodbye.